For 2 years now, if you've wanted to travel, like train, plane, or dong-shaped spaceship, there's one thing you needed to have. One, a ticket, obviously, and two, you needed to wear a mask. Well, yesterday, a federal judge decided that it's time to take our masks off.
This morning, a sight we haven't seen in more than a year. Travelers maskless on planes and walking through airports after a major reversal. A federal judge in Florida striking down the mask mandate on public transportation. The Biden administration saying masks are no longer required on planes, trains, buses, and transportation hubs. Now United, American, Delta, Southwest, JetBlue, and Alaska Airlines confirming they will no longer make passengers mask up.
It's fantastic news.
Queens, We Are the Champions played on loop from behind the Sacramento International Airport's Southwest ticketing counter today, and you can see some staff still choosing to wear a face covering. Others did not.
I love it.
I like seeing everybody's face. Forget what people look like.
Aww. Yo, I'm actually so happy for that lady, Yeah. But I will say, if you forget what your friends and family look like in the time that you're at the airport, you need to get that checked. Yeah. Or you're spending too much time at the airport. What are you doing? Oh, another delay? Whoa, who are you? But that's right, people. As of yesterday, masks are no longer required on flights in America. And not just flights. Amtrak has said you don't have to wear masks on its trains, right? Uber has announced that you don't have to wear masks in their cars, but you do still have to smile politely when the driver tells you what he thinks about politics. And various cities have said you no longer have to wear masks on their subways or their buses, right? Although here in New York, the MTA is standing firm. They've said you still have to wear a mask on the New York City subway. Yeah, which has nothing to do with COVID. It's just an extra layer of protection for when you fall asleep and you wake up to find a stranger licking you. Very common on the F train. But from now on, when you travel in most places, masks are optional, which a lot of people are happy about, right? Which makes sense because, let's be honest, people, traveling with masks sucks, right? Your face gets sweaty, right? You can't pretend it's somebody else's breath that stinks. Yeah? It always feels like someone's using a tiny, dull saw on the back of your ears just to cut them off. There's a lot of reasons to not like masks, is what I'm saying. But what a lot of people are unhappy about is how and when this rule was changed. You see, when they first put in the mask mandate, right? When they first put it in place, they told us when the change would go into effect so people could prepare. But for some reason, this rule change happened in the middle of people's flights.
A mid-flight announcement for travelers across the country tonight. Cheers up in the air as airline crews got word that the national mask mandate was struck down. Flight attendants on one Southwest flight collecting the masks from people excited to ditch them.
Masks now optional for employees, customers, following the White House.
No longer enforce the federal mandate requiring masks in all U.S. airports and on-board aircraft.
I have so many questions. First of all, why are people cheering like that? People are cheering like they just said you can take 2 bags of chips instead of 1. What? Hell yeah! I'm glad I paid another $300 for Economy Plus, yeah! And also, that flight attendant who was singing, what was that? It was like the worst version of the Lion King. Put your mask in here. That celebration looked like Mardi Gras in the sky, and all types of people were celebrating. Black, white, old, young, everyone. Actually, if you zoom in on that picture, you can... Wait, just zoom in a little bit more. A little closer. Now, enhance. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Everyone was celebrating. It's a big deal. So yes, many people were celebrating on planes. They were happy about the mask change, but many other passengers were silently pissed off, which I totally get. Because look, I don't care what you think of masks. You have to admit, it is insane to change a safety rule in the middle of a flight, people. Just as a general rule, nothing should change mid-flight, ever. Nothing. I don't want the course changing, all right? I don't want the cabin pressure changing. I definitely don't want my seat changing. Yeah, so that you can sit next to your wife. Look, man, you're smothering her, Alan, okay? She booked separate seats for a reason. Read the signs. This is why your marriage is in trouble. The point is, did you get sad for a fake Alan? One of you was like, "Oh, Alan." Look, man, the point is, a lot of people only booked that flight in the first place because they felt safe knowing that everyone had to wear masks. Okay? You can't just flip that while people are already on the plane. You got to give people a chance to decide if this is something they want to do. It's crazy, you know? Like, like it's a safety. This would be like if a roller coaster decided to change its safety policies when you're already on the ride.
Attention passengers, a judge has ruled that we no longer need the safety bars.
Oh, shit.
Enjoy your ride.
That was a true story. So look, if you were angry that the rule changed mid-flight, I think you have every right to be. Right? We wore masks for what, 2 years on planes. I think people could have waited one more day. You know, people were acting like they were suffocating in their seats. Oh, yes, I'll have a Coke, please. Now, because masks in America have somehow turned into a political battle, a lot of people weren't just angry at the judge who made this ruling or at the airlines who instantly allowed the change. No, a lot of people online are angry at the flight attendants and at the pilots who were celebrating the change. But look, I don't agree with it, and I'll tell you why. People forget that flight attendants weren't just happy about the masks coming off because of politics. No, a lot of them were happy because of the way people react to masks and the fact that it has turned their everyday lives basically into UFC.
Fights over wearing a mask on a plane have overwhelmingly made up the number of unruly passengers on flights. Thousands since the start of the pandemic.
Yeah, 2 years of that. I don't even know what was going on. Like, are those people's masks made of cocaine? What was going on there? You know, it's actually amazing that humans can invent jet airplanes to fly around the planet, you know, but then inside those technological marvels, we're just wild animals. You know, because nobody should be acting that way over a mask. The only time it's appropriate to have that level of emotion on a flight is if the plane is crashing, right? Or if the in-flight entertainment is stuck on Morbius. I mean, then you can throw punches. You throw those punches. But as for the flight attendants, they already have to deal with so much shit. I get why they are happy. Think of all the other things they have to do, huh? They're doing overhead Tetris with our giant bags, and they're helping parents with screaming kids. They're giving people bath bags, and they have to collect the bath bags back. Yeah, so forgive them if they're happy that they no longer have to be the bouncers of the sky, okay? They're humans. And here's what I think people need to understand about this. When it comes to wearing masks, not everyone is having the same experience that you are. Remember that. Yeah, you hate the mask because it makes you break out. Someone else likes the mask because they're immunocompromised and acne is the least of their problems. And some people don't really care. Yeah, so they'll wear it if they have to, and they won't if they don't. That's the truth. And I'm just saying, I can see this from everyone's side, from maskers' side, from anti-maskers' side, even COVID's side, you know? Yeah, no, if you want to infect people, that's your truth. That's your truth. Because I can understand why people are happy that they no longer have to spend a 6-hour flight feeling like a broke-ass Bane. And I also get why people want to keep wearing masks. My hope is that we can get to a point where we're not villainizing each other over a tiny piece of cloth. What are we doing? Huh? It's not sustainable for people to have so much hate for each other like this. Oh, I hate you wearing the mask. Take it off. I hate you. No. No one had power to change what the airlines did. No one had power to do what the judge did. We're not those people. You know, we should be saving our anger for the real enemy. All those people who think that a tuna sandwich is appropriate to eat on a plane. That's who we fight, together. N95 isn't gonna save you from that. All right, enough about the masks. Let's move on to something that everyone loves. It's time to check in on today's lotto numbers with Dulce Sloan, everybody! Oh, I'm so excited. So excited. Look at that face. Look at that face. Oh, man. How you doing today, Dulce?
What up, Negro?
Oh, man, I'm so excited. Dulce, ready to do the lotto?
Yeah, I got my scratch offs. I went to the corner store, ready to do this lotto, baby. Hey, big win.
What I don't understand. What are those?
Scratch off tickets, lottery.
What do you? I don't understand. What do you?
I came to do the lotto. You told me we were going to watch me do the lotto. I bought the lottery tickets.
No, Dulce. I sent you an email saying we need you to do lotto on the show.
I am doing lotto on the show.
No, Dulce, why would we pay for you to do lottery on the... Why would we watch you doing that?
Because you support black women. What are you talking about?
Yes.
See?
No.
Hey, blessings, baby, blessings.
No, Dulce, I wanted you to do the lottery, on the news, and then you do the thing. We brought the machine. That's the machine. Why do you think there's a machine there?
That's not gum? This ain't a big gumball machine?
No, it's not, Dulce.
Son of a bitch.
No. That's where the numbers are going to pop up. You're going to do the thing, tell us what the numbers are, and then we know who won.
What do you think I am, a 50-year-old white woman in Florida? Why am I pulling lotto numbers on TV?
Because that's what they do. Dulce, can you please just do the numbers? I just want to,
All right, fine, I work here. Cool, Start the machine!
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we got it.
Okay.
All right.
What? Wait, there's no number on the ball. There's supposed to be a number on the ball.
Is it?
Wait, you didn't put the numbers on the balls?
I'm supposed to put the numbers on the balls?
I sent this to you in the email.
I was supposed to read that whole email?
Dulce, who doesn't read a whole email? It's one email.
Listen, if you want a number, I can get what number you want. What's your ticket say?
No, I don't want to. You can't just ask me for a number. What do you...
Listen, I know about numbers, man. I can count to 1,000 in Spanish, bro.
That's actually impressive.
Thank you. Just give me a number. What you want?
Oh, I don't know, 15?
11.
You know what, Dulce? This is broken. We won't get numbers now. This is a failure.
No. Listen. I got it. You want numbers on balls. I just want the balls. So, screw it. Start the machine.
No, but Dulce, you see, the thing doesn't work. The thing doesn't work if you don't...
No, listen, that's good. Oh,
No, Dulce, the thing... Whoa, Dulce, what is that? Dulce, no, stop the thing.
Listen. Hey, man. Look, it's our numbers. Everybody wins. Look under your seats. Everybody wins.
No, don't cheer for her. Nobody wins. Terms and conditions apply. Dulce Sloan, everybody.